All right, St. Louis, I'd like to say good morning, St. Louis. We're going to school today, St. Louis. I want you to buckle your seatbelts. You need to buckle those seatbelts nice and tight because we're getting ready to hit some things that I don't believe we talked about before. So I'm telling you all, prepare. Matter of fact, sit down, take your Christmas cap off, grab your cup of coffee. We're getting ready to go for a ride. Trust me. We must begin to understand that we've never knew the truth. We've built fables and stories to lead us somewhere, but yet those fables and stories have been taking us to the grave. Those fables and stories are responsible for us not reaching a full mind development. It's those stories in which darkness has set up from the beginning of creation so we could follow, and we would never come to the realization that we only needed to develop in mind. A mind is a powerful thing, and many of you don't necessarily understand how powerful a mind can be. In other words, the mind has the ability to continue to upgrade 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, not just work linear 1, 2, 3, 4, but yet it must upgrade. It must reach a level of perfection in which it never knew it was capable of reaching. As a result, it will be able to see all there is to see face to face. We've unfortunately depended upon those that are Rhodes Scholars, Nobel laureates, went to Oxford and Yale and Harvard, were a part of the military academies, West Point, Air Force Academy, Naval Academy, etc., but yet we failed to realize we were following deception. We hadn't developed in mind, and the reason we hadn't developed in mind is because your conscience has been seared, just like a hot iron. It's just like you're bathing in a magnetic field of heat, and that field in which you're bathing in is something you've dwelled in since you've known yourself. So as a result of bathing in that magnetic field of heat, is causing your neurons and synapses to travel in the ways of what I consider to be the arrow of time, clockwise. In other words, there's birth, conservation of energy, and then there's the grave. Many of you probably already know that the universe itself was supposedly formed 13.8 billion years ago. But what you don't realize and understand is there is no billion years ago. It's in your mind, and it's based upon the power in which you are capable of producing. We must reach a higher level of awareness to where we can literally become whole. We can become Alpha, the beginning and the end, first and the last, and as a result, we will be able to warp space and time, which is the lie in which we all have been bathing in. We are now preparing for Christmas. Many children are waiting on Santa Claus and Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, but yet we fail to realize those fables and stories over the last 50 to 60 years, for many of you, have kept you living in darkness. You must strengthen your minds so that you can be able to extrapolate at a level in which you can see beyond the veil. The veil is the prison. The veil is the scales on your eyes that's not allowing you to take in the information and data and be able to process it. Everything is similar to ones and zeros, binary, superposition on and off, but yet you fail to realize it because you've been taught deception. And as a result of the deception gripping your soul, you haven't been able to see what you will be capable of seeing if you were free. I'm trying St. Louis, Chi-Town, Alabama, Georgia. I'm trying Bahamas, New York. I'm trying Oregon, Florida. I'm trying. But we must begin to understand those politicians, Republicans and Democrats, are all alike. They all bathing in poison. Not just them, the presidents, the queens and the kings, the 170 plus countries around the world are all bathing in poison. But yet, you have not the ability to acknowledge and recognize that they are, because you too are bathing in poison. We're dying from all kinds of infirmities, schizophrenic, bipolar, all types of mental disorders, dying from heart attacks, strokes, lupus, cancer, diabetes. Do you know why? We're dying because we're living in the poison. And the only way to leave the poison, the only way, is for us to reach a higher level of mind development. As a result of reaching that level of mind development, we can warp space and time at absolute zero. And as a result, we will be able to reverse the laws of thermodynamics, entropy, increase, chaos, and disorder. And we would call that disorder to become ordered. And as a result, we will be living for the first time. The time is not tomorrow, St. Louis. The time is damn today. You must wake up in this season and say all or nothing. Stop playing the radio. It's time to bring down the gates of hell. Stay tuned. Trust me, I'm smarter than you think. God bless. I love you all. And stay tuned.